Shacknews is covering E3 and it's right around the corner. I'm Greg and this is Stuff That Sucks. Now I know what you're all thinking. You're all thinking, Greg, how could anything possibly suck at E3? It's one of the coolest shows that I cover every year. Well, what sucks about it is there's not enough time to cover everything. You need multiple crews, multiple writers. Thank God our New Jersey team will be there to cover some stuff. I'll be there covering stuff for GamerHub TV. Steve, Josh, and some of our other writers will be covering E3 as well. It's going to be an insane show. Almost all of our staff is going to be there. 3 days is just not enough time to get everything out. Although sometimes companies do hold events before E3 to get out their games and do the interviews to get them out of the way if they're not going to be at E3 or if they don't want to do interviews at E3, which is a good thing. But 3 days is not enough time. I think it should be Monday through Friday, a whole week of just games and coverage and press events. I think that would be amazing. But it's going to be really cool this year. There's a ton of good games, and we're going to make sure to get you all the awesome content you could possibly imagine over the period of 3 days. Every year, it's awesome, and every year it gets more insanely crowded. E3 is one of the most overcrowded shows I think I've ever been to, aside from Comic-Con, which is an entirely different show altogether. Well, it sucks for people going there as industry because when you guys want to play a game, you have to wait in a 6-hour line to play something Nintendo's showing or to sit in the Bethesda booth. It's gotten a little better now since they're letting less bloggers in who don't really own a set and just want to go, because E3 used to be open to the public years ago, or it was really easy to get in. And now they've kind of streamlined that process so it's not as easy to get in, which is good because press people do need to get there to work and they do need to play the games to write about them, and they can't afford to wait in a 6-hour line. Although most professional press outlets like Shacknews and GamerHub, we have appointments way in advance and don't have to wait in lines. Everything's pre-booked for us, so we kind of just show up and do our half-an-hour block or our hour block, however much time we have with the game. Every year E3 gets better and every year it becomes more crazy. So it's a lot of work, but it's super enjoyable and it's super fun. I wish there was more time in the day to do it. Basically, this video is just my hype train to E3. It's a great show with awesome developers. You get to see a lot of people from other press outlets and mingle with them and say hi. And Shacknews is having a invite-only party Monday night. If you guys want to go, you can tweet me or tweet at Shacknews for a chance to be invited. You do have to be local to Los Angeles or have to be in the area the night of the party. So remember, tweet me or tweet at Shacknews for a chance to be invited to this very special Shacknews party. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, guys, I think I've gone on long enough about how great E3 is and how awesome it is. Please let me know what you guys are looking forward to most about E3 in the comments below. I guess the overall theme of the Stuff That Sucks today is people who can't go. People who don't live in LA or don't have a press credential or aren't industry don't get to cover. But don't worry, because that's what you have us for. We are going to be getting a ton of interviews, a ton of developer exclusives, a ton of hands-on gameplay stuff. I do believe that Shacknews is even going to be doing some event streaming during E3, and me personally, I'm going to be using Meerkat to try to stream all my interviews live if the developer agrees to stream them live. Sometimes they don't like to do that. So make sure you follow me on Twitter for that. Make sure you follow Shacknews for all the updates. And everyone, I am just so psyched for E3. So for everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on shacknews.com.